So today I think instead of using up the last of my precious Helldivers 2 footage, I'm gonna open up my Steam wish list and I'm gonna talk about some of the games on there that I'm excited for. I'll probably actually edit in some visual aids for you. So I'm just gonna go from, bottom to top, so to speak. Just stuff that hasn't released yet, stuff that I'm excited for. See, it looks like, oh yeah, Animal Use Protocol. That's one of the ones that I put on there. I believe it was during Gamescom. For those unaware, the gimmick appears to be that you play as a monkey, you play as an ape, and your friend is a mouse. You talk to each other, you hate each other, but you have to work together. It's very like New Vegas, big MT coded. Overall, I'm sort of passionate about funny ape game, especially given the fact that there's just a mouse on screen at all times and, gravity gun, all that. It does look like it's going to be a spooky, scary game, and that just builds upon it. That just adds on to the appeal for me. I see the funny ape, I see the scary game, and I'm like, oh! Let's see what's next. Big Walk. That's another one I would actually like to speak about. Big Walk is going to be like a very fun Peak style, or walk them around, have a fun little adventure with your friends game. But without the constant pressure to go upward. Go upward, go over the rocks. I'm not too huge on that, but you give me Big Walk and it's like, yeah, we got walking based puzzles. Walk to the puzzle room with your friends. I'm into that. I think that would be fun. I'm looking forward to that. Sincerely, I think that would be fun. Let's see. Here's one I have seen a lot on YouTube Shorts. You may have as well. It's The Backworld. It appears to be a mother or, American name Earthbound inspired title in part. And I wishlisted it because the developer, whenever, post a video and it would come into my attention, I would notice how the developer seems very passionate about it and talks about, the gameplay systems, really talking up the overall sort of experience he's making. And, then you go to the page and you see, oh, this actually has a very nice art style and it looks very fun. Like, of course, I've said it before, very Earthbound inspired, very Mother 3 shaped. But I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing, because one, people love those games, and two, if you do something interesting with that art style, you're still doing something interesting. It doesn't matter if it looks like, oh, the face of every indie darling, this famous sleeper hit. Also got like interesting standing mechanics, stuff like that. It looks like it's gonna be fun. I'm interested. I'll have to look into what the developer calls himself so I can, specifically say, hey, can I have a review key for when it's ready, please? Can I have a review key? Clown Meat. Yeah, that's another one. Clown Meat by, I believe Yep, that's one of the same developers who did a game I actually really like, Hero Honest Bosch's Brutal Circus, I believe. Brutal Orchestra, that's the one. Fuck. I'm sorry, I had to like load. There was like a loading screen in my brain, like the Sonic 06 now loading screen. Took me a minute to remember it's Brutal Orchestra, not Brutal Circus, not anything else. It is kind of a really like Meat Boy shaped platform. Of course, you play as a genderless clown sort of meat freak deal. And, it has a very stunning art style. It's got real funny jokes, actually. You can see what the developers have up on their Steam page. You can see the progress. You can see that they're having an Isaac collaboration, which is kind of insane. It's very wonderful sort of experience. They do have a demo up in case you yourself, you powerful viewer, you would appreciate the chance to experience the funny Clownmate. It's overall a very wonderful little demo. I recommend it. It's very fun, very challenging, but in a way that feels very nice and very satisfying. If you liked Super Meat Boy, you will probably like Clownmate. And I admit fully to being sort of a Super Meat Boy fan. Not like deeply, you know, embedded and ensconced within the Super Meat Boy world, Super Meat Boy sphere, Super Meat sphere, if you will. I just really like the game. Desktop Explorer. This is a game that I'm looking forward to because it has traits of Hypnospace Explorer. Fuck, I was trying to remember the game. I'll probably cut out the 2 failed attempts. It's one of those, you know, digital PC games where you explore sort of a world within a world where you know, immerse yourself within the world of the computer in and of itself. And I really like that sort of game. I think it's very fun. And the fact that it, you know, has some occult horror aspects and such does appeal to me. As sort of a, you know, fan of those themes, as someone who's a little bit of a scholar in that sort of sphere of influence. Dead Format, that's another one I want to get around to when it releases. It takes heavy from, you know, classic survival horror title. Stuff like Resident Evil, stuff like Alone in the Dark, hopefully not the PS3 one. Chunky, I know you're editing this. Could you insert the "I'm the fucking universe" line from the Alone in the Dark PS3 game?
I'm the light bringer. I'm the fucking universe.
Thank you. Something I appreciate about Dead Format is that it seems to be trying to capture the overall look and feel of older, like, spooky, scary horror film. And the way they do this is by, you know, having, you know, a bunch of filters and such on top, which I hope does not tank performance, but also by actually making some, you know, live action video for the eerie VHS tapes, the eerie, scary VHS tapes. And you go into the films. It is described as a mixed media game created by, let's see, it looks like 1 or 2 people. Oh, this is the developer behind Symphony of Seven Souls and Demonology. I actually really enjoy those games. Well, I guess that goes to show you which where I'll stand when that releases. I'll have to try the demo out sometime. Then finally, let's see, what's the last one I want to talk about? I think I'll talk about Clover Pit. This is a Balatro-like that uses the slot machine. Since I am sort of a Balatro head, I'm very much interested, and of course, it does have piss mechanics. You can piss in this game. You can piss in this game. You know how I am with games where you can piss on things. It's always funny to me. Of course, I might find it prudent to remind the UK legislators in chat, in the viewership, that no, this isn't gambling. You can't put actual money in. You just, you know, use in-game gamer coins that you get by playing the slot machine. The game will never ask you for real money. You are not going to be able to put real money in. Let's see, what else? I think that's about all I wanted to talk about today. I'll have to cut out a bunch of ums and ahs, and that's fine. This is just gonna be a short little upload. I'll try to intersperse some trailer footage and such so that it's, you know, more involved experience. Of course, you're going to have some music in the background. It's just not going to be indicated on screen like it usually is on stream when I'm doing these talking bits. Have a good night.